Why did you make that noise?
Extinguish now.
Oh God. Nothing. Well, what do we do? Can't breathe. What do we do?
I can't breathe. You approach the bounds of my ultimatum, where emotions dictate reality, where resignation and acceptance unite to embrace the end.
Oh no! Graha!
Where those who yet valiantly cling to life can thrive.
What? How are you still going? Did that work? There's no way that worked. Hello? Okay, we're alive, which is good. A good sign. Okay, the Loporits seem to be alive.
By the fury. Thancred?
It disappeared. How? What the fuck?
Meteion has gone as well. Mayhap he awakened first and gave chase.
Everyone? It appears we are at our destination.
We need to find Thancred.
This is ultima thule.
Not that we knew what to expect, but I wasn't expecting this.
Expecting what?
From atmospheric composition to ambient temperatures, all reading to within permissible range. This place is capable of supporting life.
Well, that's good news.
If that's the case, then Thancred may well have gone on ahead. Let's go and have a look.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I want the rest of you to perform a full inspection of the ship, as well as a biological scan.
So it was that the brave wayfarers arrived at last at Dream's End. In following their path walked and history written, I am made keenly aware of one truth. Though the curtains may fall again and again, so long as others take the stage, ever shall there be more tales to tell.
Good God. Look at that sky. That is stunning.
So,
Wow.
let them bring it to a close, I say. Let the curtains fall upon this, the final chapter in the tale of the star.
Ultima Thule. Man.
Is this a dead star?
As I live and breathe, I live and breathe. Well, the environment itself.
That's very good.
tell us.
That was very funny.
Well then, let us search for Thancred while exploring the area.
I hope he's
Leave with your
good.
care.
In melancholy. I see. Perhaps I could... I'll handle this.
Oh. Heavens Ward music. Wow.
So, waiting to die like all the others, are you?
I feel like I'm going to really like this scene. Our pride is crushed, and our souls corrupted. The winds are stilled, and the heavens offer no comfort. There is nothing left for our kind. Our long lives are cursed as we await the end. Still as stone we shall become.
So you say. Yet your kind has found a new beginning on our star. One of you braved the expanse, bearing with him a clutch of eggs. They and their children
now rule our skies, their song heard by all.
Join us. Our kin on another star? And yet upon thee I do smell the blood of my brethren. Were they drawn into discord and war on their new home?
They were. They suffered much, and repaid their suffering in kind.
It mattereth not whither we fly. Ever will the sanguine ocean await us. Ever will retribution wheel turn. And so, on the last of my pride as a dragon, I break free of this wheel. I renounce conflict, exile myself from the other, never again to be touched by the flames of hatred.
Had your brethren made the selfsame choice, my family might still be alive. Yet lasting peace does not come to those who simply retreat from conflict. No, you must be willing to confront it, to stare into the face of your foe, and see yourself in him. Only then can you break the cycle of torment and tragedy. This lesson, a dear friend taught me at the risk of his life. There is no nobility in your penance. You wallow in self-pity. And after everything we've endured, we will not let you stop us.
What the fuck is going on?
Estinien!
Stay back.
What's the plan here, dude? Oh, Dignity, Tarnish, Crimson Stain. Sorry, I got carried away. I forgot to read. Our misery, our shame, too much to bear. Release us from war, from life.
I see. Theirs is the emotion that bars our way.
What do we do? Or what do you do, I suppose?
It is up to you.
Who are you talking to? Is he gone? What? Estinien? What?
No, not Estinien too.
So he's gone as well. Maybe? Is that him? And he's... Oh, wow. So that's like his aether current.
There's a wind.
Wind.
He's opened the way for us. Sacrificed himself to remake this place, like Thancred did.
I still don't believe he's gone. I refuse to believe it.
Come. Let us follow the wind. It will not lead us astray. He would not.
God, man. May this place shall serve. What's your plan? Is a spring that you wish to investigate? Pray forgive me, my friends, there is naught to investigate. 'Twas but a pretense to speak in private. What's going on? You have our undivided attention. As we have established here in Ultima Thule, those denizens of ruined stars are recreated in their twilight days. Yet one question doth arise in my mind. So faithfully formed are the simulacra, they believe themselves yet amongst the living. How dost thou suppose this is possible? Meteion has taken their hearts unto herself. Meteion might contact with them while they still live. I can begin to guess. Meteion made contact with them because they visited a ton of worlds, right? Of course, she must have... she must have visited the stars of the dragons and the air before either race perished in their entirety. Thus she can make their emotions her own, and with them create more faithful simulacra that she relied on historical account. So too did I theorize, and upon the assumption consider how those two races may have met their demise. Same way. According to thine own tale, Meteion perceiveth the emotions of those nearby as her own, a heightened sense of empathy intrinsic to her nature as entelechy. In the course of her starfaring journey, if she encountered beings who strongly desired a cessation to their existence, she would be powerless before that desire. Even as she possesseth the power to grant it, the power of dynamis. 'Tis my supposition that... overwhelmed by their longing for death, Meteion did unleash dynamis and ushered the dragons in the hour into their doom. Of course, such was not always the outcome. Full many stars did she find already lost to ruin. In order to create Terminus, however, their fervent desire for the end is essential. Therefore, should you struggle to find the way forward, pray ask yourself this. In the place where you stand, whose is the soul that yearneth most desperately for oblivion? Why do you tell us this now? Never again would I betray your trust. This pledge I did make to my comrades in bringing thee into my confidence. I would remain true to my word. As for thee, let us consider it my fitting reward for the secrets I harboured for the Crystal Exarch. I once placed my faith in thy chosen path, walked at thy side full knowing that we were bound for thy demise. True? God, yeah. Ask now that thou returnest the favour and abide in faith as I fulfil mine own destiny. God, if you say my debt has come due, how am I to refuse? 'Tis indelicate of me, I know full well, that I can but beg thy forgiveness. Yet, even if I must needs go to such lengths, I cannot well feign ignorance of the answer I have found within. The answer to the question, what moment might I stand strongest? After all we've been through, I will say only this. Do what you must, and see your conviction through. I shall, my friend, I shall. Without further ado then, let us go to join our comrades. Bloody hell, man. Oh!
Please
What
continue.
the fuck's gonna happen here?
Tell us about this truth you discovered.
Very well. Bear in mind, however, that the purpose of this conversation is not to impart scholarly knowledge, for such requires that you comprehend the subject matter, which you will not.
Right, just...
We will forego the intricacies of our scientific methodology and deal only with the conclusion, the end of our society and our world.
Mm-hmm.
We acknowledge, with regret, that your star is in the midst of the same panic-induced cataclysm that befell Denet 3. As such, in order to avoid causing undue distress, we will refrain from explicitly stating how much time...
Why even bring that up? Why even bring it up?
You are entirely too kind. I pray you recount your tale as you see fit.
In the beginning, the universe was but a tiny particle. Then suddenly, this particle began to expand. Having remained entirely in the bounds of your star, the phenomenon may be difficult for your kind to grasp. But this expansion has since continued unabated.
Mm-hmm.
Speculating that the universe could not grow indefinitely, we sought to learn what might occur, and made a worrying discovery. The stars will continue to spread apart, as will their finite thermal energies. Eventually, all heavenly bodies will grow cold and freeze. No new stars will be born, and the universe will enter onto an eternal ice age.
Okay. That's not good.
In hopes of proving that this determination was erroneous, we scrutinized our research from all angles, even as we sought to avert the everlasting winter. The endeavor proved fruitless. So infamously so, in fact, that it became synonymous with vain effort. The universe as we know it would end, and there is no way to prevent it. Beneath the weight of this knowledge, our society stagnated. Though we had time still, it was a cold comfort. Why strive for anything when desolation is assured? When our wealth of wisdom, accumulated since the dawning of our kind, would be forever lost. No civilization would rise from our ashes. No scholar recover our knowledge. In silence unbroken, naught would stir. Intellect was once our pride. Overnight, it became our shame. Our works, monuments to futility. Immortality, our greatest invention, became a source of suffering. Rather than suffer on, many chose to unmake themselves by means of etheric exsanguinators.
Right. Sanguinators. Unmake. My god.
Etched upon these stones are the testaments of such souls.
Oh my god.
Though many left no words at all, thinking it a pointless gesture. Once we have obtained vessels of flesh, we likewise intend to vanish. If you understand this, understand aught of our tale, you will abandon your quest for knowledge. Ignorance truly is bliss. If you would cling to your illusory happiness, remain active and pure. It is the only way.
So that's your story. While I appreciate your advice, I will not heed it. Convinced though you may be of this truth, it is yours and not mine. Indeed, truth, I have ever believed, is in the eye of the beholder.
Are you suggesting that we have reached a faulty conclusion? That our science failed us?
We're not going to piss them off, are we?
Hardly. As you yourself said, the subject matter is beyond my comprehension. And that, I accept, is true. I do not possess the knowledge to prove or disprove your conclusion. In my mortal years, I doubt I could even approach the wisdom of the air. But of one thing am I absolutely certain. I would not be happier in ignorance.
Y'shtola, no! You mustn't!
Oh god.
The most important lesson I've learned is that learning isn't simply passing one's eyes over words. Nay, 'tis when understood for oneself that knowledge attains its true value. This is what has sustained me, driven me onward in joy and wonder, in anger and sorrow. The universe may end, and all may be for naught, but I will live as I always have. I will always seek out new knowledge, and no conclusion of yours, no matter how grim, can dampen my desire.
I suppose it is only to be expected.
Oh god.
Their feeble minds cannot fathom the terrifying gravity of it all. But worry not. We consider it our duty to enlighten you, and we will not stop until you grasp the full extent of our despair.
Oh no, 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 no. They get a sweep. Sweep up your stola.
Calm, and listen well. Though my body will soon dissipate, there may be a way to restore it.
Yeah.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't, for it would mean losing our way forward. This I only reveal so that you can promise not to invoke the magic. We came here knowing what victory may cost.
We're obviously going to figure a way
press
out.
on. Press on, and do not look back.
Urianger, what are you doing?
I shall join thee. As subterfuge is not required, thou shalt not suffer for mine absence.
Urianger.
My resolve hath never been as strong as thine. Full oft have I wavered in my decisions, and afterwards been stricken with regret. In spite of this, I may still stand with my comrades, supporting them as they attempt the greatest of feats.
What, how many people got left?
This truth I have learned in the course of our journey. And many though my shortcomings may be, I may also claim to excel in prophecies. My studies, into which have granted me the flexibility of mind needed to bend this malleable reality. Thus shall I hope that thou mayest have the strength to resist, and our comrades the strength to continue.
With you to urge us on, how could we possibly fail?
And off they go. God.
What's this? An extinguished civilization. Rekindled.
So it's working. Clearly.
That's right. Our quest doesn't end here. We'll press on, and we will find you.
It's gonna happen.
That's where you'll find me.
We could have just saved us a bunch of time by telling us that.
Is that another star?
Of the stars we visited, most were already devoid of life. And where there was life still, the inhabitants wished for death. But even death, we learned, isn't truly the end. It is but a part of the cycle of rebirth. Souls return to the star, or in its absence, a larger flow. And eventually they are reborn, alive again, to know suffering anew. True salvation lies not in dying. It lies in not being born. This is the gift I would give to you. To all life on beautiful Etheris. To that end, we created an egg wherein life cannot quicken.
It's an egg.
That dead sun. Attain it if you can, before your friends' emotions fade away, along with their protection.
Well, better get on with it. Yet 4 remain. I have a feeling it might just be me at the end of this.
As you have surmised, I am part of the shared intelligence of Stigma 1. It is, was, my charge to determine the optimal path to achieving our prime function. This body had been abandoned by its former owner and lay unused. I took it and abandoned my own, and with it, my duty.
May we ask why you did this? From what we gather, it seems to be a personal matter.
Our kind did not always look as we do now. Long ago, we possessed frail and feeble bodies. Beleaguered by stronger races, our ancestors took to augmenting their flesh in order to defend themselves. What began with limited parts eventually spread to the whole body. And at last, a means was discovered to convert the mind into data, rendering even the brain obsolete. Such complete mechanical beings were called the Omicrons. And by their might, we came to reign supreme over the star. But even then, we did not feel secure. For we knew that the universe was home to civilizations aside from our own. Civilizations that may be stronger still than us. Rather than risk becoming the subjugated, we chose to become the subjugator. We began our conquest of the stars, that we might acquire the resources and knowledge we needed to reign supreme. We were successful in that endeavor. So powerful did we become, we could lay low even the mighty dragons. But then something unexpected happened. I began experiencing an error. I could no longer determine an optimal path.
You were malfunctioning.
I performed numerous full system scans, each time finding no issues. Yet the error persisted. It was then that I speculated. What could happen if we grew so powerful as to have no equal? To become stronger was essential to our existence. Our every action has been in service to this objective.
I don't like the sound of this music.
But if nothing lies beyond this, can it be truly said that it was essential? Have we been engaging only in wanton destruction?
Okay.
You could find no threat to justify your purpose.
The Omicrons will never leave this star. They will stand by until their reserves of energy are spent. For I have no path to offer them. None.
It is not our place to pass judgment on the deeds of the Omicrons. But surely, this does not have to spell the end of your people. With your power and knowledge, the possibilities are endless. Why not seek out a new purpose?
That is impossible.
Why?
In the beginning, we had a higher purpose than our pursuit of power. But we lost sight of it when we so irrevocably altered our fundamental forms. When we cast aside our flesh, so too did we cast aside all that defined us. Nothing remains of who we once were. I have no aspirations. No longer can I dream. The vital spark is lost. Lost amidst circuitry and code and commands.
I believe I know how to overcome this despair. The words are ready in my mind, but ere I speak them...
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I want you to make me a promise.
You're gonna kill yourself, or not kill yourself, but let yourself die, aren't you?
Be it across time or space, our promises have always connected us. And so I ask that you indulge me once more, that this won't be the end.
You say it, I'll do it. Say it, I'll do it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't hold back. First, I want to visit Ishgard with you. Properly.
Okay.
We scarcely had time to look around last time. I should like it very much if you could show me the sights. Next, you must regale me with your greatest adventures, in the places where you lived them, if possible. I may have read about all your deeds, but there is no substitute for a first-hand account. And last but not least, a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. We'll travel the lands, cross the seas, and take to the skies upon the eternal wind, and it will be Marvelous. It will. If you would humor me a moment. When we awaken each morning, how can we prove that we're the same individual who retired the night before? Through the remembrance of past events, we might say. We have our memories, yet there are times when we forget or recall incorrectly. What of our bodies, then? It is the same one, we might say, yet technically speaking, as living beings, our bodies are constantly changing. It will never be as it was at an earlier point in time. Our souls are no more immutable. On our star, people are known to inherit the souls of others, yet they are decidedly different beings. For my part, I've subjected my totality to much and more. I've made my body into an extension of a tower, blended my soul and memories with those of another self. And each time I would ask myself, what is it that makes me, me?
Were you able to determine an answer?
No. But that doesn't mean I'm confused. It simply means I'm the same as everyone else. So I posit this. Who we were need not prescribe what we now hold in our hearts. Whatever came before, what matters most is the present. For me, that is being here with my friends, full proud of how much we've grown together. So I urge you to not give up. Heed your heart's desire and hope that the future you long for shall be realized.
I cannot. We cannot. We cannot understand desire, nor comprehend hope. We do not know how to create such things.
We are not unlike, you and I. I too have struggled to find the courage to express and embrace my wants. If you like, I will tell you a tale. A tale of a world on the brink. Of a people who never gave up on the future. Of a man who realized his grandest dreams and then awakened to a grander reality.
Oh, here we go. I knew that was going to happen, but oh my god. Sake. All the other ones I didn't get emotional, but Graha. God's sake. You have to have... Oh.
You idiot! Just once, stay with us to the end.
Oh, I was close. I was close. Estinien going. Thancred going. Urianger and Yashola going. I was I was fine because, you know, I just didn't believe it really. I still don't believe they're actually dead. That speech, man, that speech. The music really got me. What is this music? I like this.
Did you find anything?
Nope.
No, this place is completely deserted. And I can't see how we're supposed to move on from here.
Neither can I. It's quite the quandary. There are no denizens to bar our path, yet there is no way forward.
For another mystery, we did find signs of very recent life. You'd swear everyone just vanished into thin air. I wonder how many ruined worlds like this has Meteion seen.
Ah. Could it be? Yes. Yes, I believe I may have puzzled this out.
Oh, God.
Despite how it appears, it's no different this time. There is someone here who has wished for this ruin.
Meteion?
And I believe that together, Allisaie and I can overcome their will.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. No, I suppose you're supposed to keep you safe. Stop, not another word.
I know. I know. But if there is a chance this will work, then I would take it. For everyone, and for myself. I will not pretend otherwise. I have my fears. Not for myself, but for you. The last to remain. You are no stranger to carrying the burden of others. But I can only imagine how heavy the weight would be this time. As your friend, I cannot bear the thought of making you suffer so.
Then why suggest such a thing? It's too much to ask of anyone, even him.
There's no other way, though, is there?
Why must he be the one? Why must he fight alone?
I've done it before.
More than a hero. He's a dear friend. Not only to us, but to so many others. There are so many people in the world who care for you, and yet... And yet...
Allisaie, I have an idea.
Go on.
Given the nature of this realm, it may be possible to do more than unbar our friend's path. We might also pave him a new one.
Yeah?
For instance, a path where he finds happiness at journey's end. This much, I think we can believe with the utmost conviction, no matter how deep our despair. So please, believe in us too, and press on. Thank you. What are you?
If the plan's decided, then let's not dally.
God, this is too much. This is too much.
There you are. It was as I said, was it not?
It was. We couldn't find anyone, but this place isn't entirely deserted, is it? You are here. You sought out a Star of Promise and found a ruined husk. Like us, you explored the devastation. Like us, you were stricken. Horrified by the thought that so many lives could be snuffed out as if they were worth nothing. And the thought that you would have to bear the terrible tidings to Hermes. That which you saw and felt, you shared with your sisters. As did they share their own grim findings with you, overcome by the pervasive despair of these stars. Some of you inadvertently ushered their peoples to their ends. Knowing the horrors you know, anyone would feel the same. They would fear what lies ahead and struggle to move forward.
Fear? I had forgotten that such a thing existed. So focused have I been on shepherding despair.
If you can remember, then you can still face and overcome your own fear.
Why would I bother with such an insignificant emotion? If the despair I command is as a raging river, then fear is but a trickling stream. It can do nothing to alter my flow. You spoke with the
Oh my
air,
God.
yes. Heard their tale of what awaits the universe. It's true. The stars grow colder and more distant. Eventually, all will enjoy frozen solitude.
Oh, God.
Using the power of Dynamis, I'm hastening that process. In so doing, nothing will be born ever again. Everyone will remain dead. Alas, it will take time for that to happen. So in mercy, I sent you my gift, to spare you needless suffering. Don't worry. Even if no living witnesses remain to mark the event, I'll make certain that Aetheris has a proper end.
For all the power you wield, you're more fearful than the familiar you used to be.
Yeah.
That Meteion feared simply to move forward. But your fear is such that you've given up on everything.
Get her.
I know it well. That sense of defeat. I've tasted my fair share of it. But as many times as we've fallen down, we've learned how to pick ourselves up and carry on. We take each other's hand, share in each other's courage, follow in each other's footsteps, and turn sorrow into strength.
There are times when we fail. We bear wounds that do not heal. But these experiences are part of life, and they make us stronger.
Hythlodaeus.
We rise, fall, and rise again.
What are we saying?
Don't worry about us. You must take the next step, and all the rest after that.
You know, I couldn't really get too emotional for that all because that was so badass from them. And the music, oh, that was so cool. And up there is the end. The end of the story. The end of it all. Wow. Earlier in Old Sharlayan. Oh no, it's the beginning.
Please. Please. Oh, please let them all be safe.
Oh, starting the clouds. That looks just... Oh, that's terrifying. Look at that.
Cryle? Are you all right?
Oh, yeah.
It's nothing. Just a headache. They'll be fine. I know they will.
Apologies for the interruption. A man arrived on the last ferry. An associate of the Scions.
Who?
He wishes to speak with you at once.
What? Who isn't... Who could it be? Go on. Come on. Who was it? Associate of the Scions. In the city before the sense presence of another. Sorrow of thousands worlds weigh heavy, and yet you can walk on. Who are these people?
If you need a push, I'll be right there behind you.
Oh, it's all of them. Oh my god.
Do not despair. You are not without allies.
What we have sown in blood, we have reaped in suffering, and it cannot go on.
Upon the souls of they who have sacrificed themselves to pave the way for peace, we will never abandon our cause.
While it is true that man succumbs all too often to anger and avarice, he may yet overcome his baser instincts through the forming of bonds with others.
Such victories are rarely won without sacrifice, but the prize is worth the price.
Wow.
And we for our part are glad indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
This is a lot. This is a lot to take. Oh, slowing down.
Your tears for the lost. You may be sure we will have ample cause to shed them, be they for joy or despair.
Oh, yeah. Go on, push.
From tragedy and sacrifice, we rise to greet a new dawn.
My
a
God.
future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen.
It's just using every opportunity to tug at your heartstrings.
Yet miracles do happen, so let us pray and will our friends home.
I won't stop praying until I know they're safe.
Oh, hello. Wow.
Look for the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Let's finish this.
Let's do it. Meteion.
Here the path ends. There is no way to reach our nest.
Jump.
I told you. Resignation and acceptance reign in this place. The rejection of life by those who came to curse it. Those whose dreams were unfulfilled. Whose prayers were unheard. Whose labors were unrewarded. Hope cannot deliver you unto hopelessness. Our refuge is beyond you. Always has it been. Such is the nature of this place. You should have remained on Etheris. Struggle will avail you not, nor will it grant your comrades peace. Come, let me relieve you of your burden. You have suffered enough.
To relieve you of life. There we go.
Asm's magic. So long as our souls remain, you can use it to summon us back. But you mustn't.
Why not?
That's why it's too soon for this to end.
There are so many people in the world.
You must triumph.
Be safe, all of you, and come back.
What are we gonna do?
I am ever grateful.
I came to appreciate most about our stars that there remains so much we do not know.
After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
And Godspeed.
Perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost. Do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Right, forsake our cause, I'll reach you, I'll find a way. So on. Duty finder, baby! I thought that was gonna happen. Oh, again! Oh my god.
I bid them remember, but all this time I'm the one who had forgotten. A right fool you've made of me, Hermes. And to add insult to injury, I've been denied a sound rest, forced to watch this clamorous show.
Oh, this is
Come now.
amazing.
It's been a gripping tale. Unbreakable bonds and noble sacrifice, sprinkled with moments of levity to counterbalance the pathos. It's got it all.
I, for one, would have been perfectly content to watch enraptured from the stalls.
Duh. We're back. Remember us?
But I won't say no to a bit part.
What are you?
Your end. Walker.
Half-faded souls of the dead. Isn't it painfully obvious? Worry not. We haven't the power to defeat you, nor is it our duty to do so. Not anymore. That being said, we do have a score to settle.
Yes.
So here I am, Vinar. I suppose you needed me to tie it all together, these frayed threads of our history. But knowing you, I suspect there's a joke in it too. Oh yes, I can imagine you gloating over my forgetfulness. Were I feeling charitable, I might assume you had left room for the possibility of this outcome. Even so, you'll get no applause from me. A single gesture will not lighten the burden I've had to bear. Still, you must be commended. Our methods would not have brought mankind this far. And so, as a show of respect to the last of us, I make this declaration.
Mm-hmm.
You will not end our journey. That is our answer. The answer of all lives of Aetheris, past and present.
Oh, this is amazing. We're going Super Saiyan.
As you've called us to the stage, so shall we perform. And creation magics never fail to please. Drawing upon the hopes of your comrades, we will make for you a new path.
Okay, we're going up.
What form said path takes depends on you. So focus. Focus and envision that which rejects the claim that you cannot attain your goal.
Focus.
Ours is the wisdom to weave the fabric of reality. Ours is the power to create.
Life! Wow!
Meteion.
Stunned. She was too stunned to speak.
Though I gave you these wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet. Learn to walk and run, and so much more. A flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
Of course.
These Elpis blooms serve as proof that this realm is not utterly devoid of hope. No more can you deny its power. No more is yours the dominion of despair. In case the practical implications were lost on you, your comrades no longer need fight their fight. So go on. Call them back to your side.
Yes! Oh, this is amazing. I guess it will fade away now.
May you ever walk in the light.
I just got chills. Oh.
How disappointing. Not even a single scar in the making to brag about.
You'll find a way regardless.
Honestly, this is far more than any of us could have hoped for. Let us be thankful.
Indeed. That we thus stand reunited is a gift. Let us not squander it, and see that we all return to Etheirys.
Aye. As soon as we've averted the final days.
Good to see you again. Our heroic sacrifice paid off, I take it.
Yeah?
Come, my friends. Let us carry on and finish it. Together.
It ends. Extend. Kindness. Oh God. Here they all come. What? Aether?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
The voice is within, crying in pain, wailing in sorrow, hurting, hurting. End it. Silence it. Silence our song of oblivion.
He's turning, so we have to... Where are you heading? Where are you going? No, it's not Aether.
The way is open. They can proceed.
Hythlodaeus is a very handsome man, isn't he? I mean, so is
So
Emet.
it seems.
Goodbye. Guess we'll never see these guys
You're
again.
leaving?
Of course. The encore is finished, and I will not suffer myself to live again by Hythling's magic. But more than that, the future you seek is not the past we loved. That is why we fought, and why I lost. But though you defeated me, my ideals are inviolate, invincible. Spare me your pity. I have no use for it. If you would do something for me, save our star. See this tale to a triumphant conclusion, and with elation in your hearts, bid the final curtain fall. Only then may it rise again, and a new tale begin, with new parts for all to play. Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? Or the treasure islands beyond the frozen waters of Blind Frost in Offerd's north? The fabled golden cities of the New World, the sacred sites of the forgotten people of the South Sea Isles? What about Mericidia, the southern continent? Do you know aught of its present state of affairs?
There's a lot of adventure left. My God.
I thought not. Even of your little Eorzea, you know precious little. The true identities of the 12, for instance.
Oh, that's juicy.
All of which is to say, expand your horizons, go forth and seek discovery. Some of the civilizations in the reflections will surprise you. As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Okay.
I certainly did.
I pray we meet again. If not in this life, then perhaps another. Whensoever it should be, I trust it will be a most joyous reunion.
For you, maybe. I want nothing to do with it.
Oh, don't be that way.
I don't know how to describe that. Wow, we haven't even got to the end yet, and it's already just